You take the matrix, you take the problem, you write the matrix problem down, you multiply by the transpose, and you solve that. You could do that without without so much as a word about the projection or the orthogonal complement, right? You could just do that. But this right here, these kinds of problems, you really do have to think back through projection and orthogonal complement and all that stuff. One other important example, you could look at the span of trigonometric functions, 1 cosine sine, cosine 2x, sine 2x, cosine kx, sine kx, and so forth and so on and so on and so on. You can prove that sine and cosine are perpendicular. So like sine and cosine are orthogonal to one another if they have different arguments, and to themselves if they have different arguments, like sine of 2x and sine of 3x are perpendicular on minus pi to pi, and so forth. So this is a basis of orthonormal trigonometric functions like this. These are perpendicular, and Fourier analysis basically is nothing more than projections built over that basis. So like this one, for example, if I have 1 minus 1 here, like this, I can project that onto the space of trigonometric functions by taking dot products with respect to the sines and cosines. And when I do that, I get what are called Fourier coefficients. I'm almost done, guys. And then that, after a bunch of calculations, which aren't especially exciting, that gives me a specific way of building like a stair step, a step function like this guy, from combinations of sine and cosines of more and more and higher and higher and higher frequencies. The more sines and cosines I add together, the more closely I can resemble this step function like this. And the idea is simply to project the square function onto the space of trigonometric polynomials using this inner product that I talked about over here. But we can talk about this again next time, maybe if you guys have more questions about it. I don't know if I've actually assigned you many really difficult calculations in this way of thinking. I just, maybe a problem or two. I forgot what I actually assigned you. But you can ask me more questions for homework next time. I'm sorry we started so late. I'll stop now, even though I'm like shorting you 10 minutes, I think, today. Despite the fact we've agreed we're going to start 5 minutes late, right? For various reasons, but not 20 minutes late.